A European visitor walks into an old American kitchen. He looks around. No calorie counter, no fitness tracker, no protein powder, no treadmill, and no healthy lifestyle app telling anyone what to eat. And yet something feels strangely different. The people in the old photographs look leaner. Children are running everywhere. Families are eating together. And nobody seems to be trying to be healthy. That was the part Europeans found hardest to understand. America once had a way of living where health wasn't a goal. It was simply a side effect of everyday life. In the 1950s, the average American wasn't measuring calories or counting steps. They didn't need to, because life was counting them for them. Start with the dinner table. A typical American dinner plate was around 9 inches wide. Today, dinner plates can be 11 or 12 inches. That doesn't sound like much, but put the same meal on both plates and something strange happens. On the smaller plate, the food looks generous. On the bigger plate, it looks incomplete. So you add more. Not because you're hungry, because the plate looks empty. The same thing happened with drinks. A Coca-Cola could come in a small 6.5-ounce bottle. A coffee cup was modest. A glass of milk was simply a glass of milk. There were no giant cups sitting in car holders all day, no endless stream of liquid calories. And food wasn't constantly waiting for you. In the early 1950s, most American meals were prepared at home. Dinner had a time, you sat down, you ate. The dishes were cleared, and then something almost forgotten happened. The kitchen closed. There was no food delivery app at 10:30 at night, no convenience store on every corner, no refrigerator full of individually packaged snacks. If you were hungry late at night, you waited. And that simple inconvenience may have mattered more than anyone realized. But Europeans noticed something even more surprising. Americans didn't exercise. At least, they didn't call it exercise, because they were already moving. Laundry wasn't pressing a button and walking away. It meant carrying heavy baskets, hung wet sheets, scrubbing floors, cleaning windows, walking to the market, carrying groceries home, gardening, climbing stairs, doing the physical work that machines now do for us. Nobody was wearing a smartwatch thinking, I'm almost at 10,000 steps. They were simply trying to get through the day. And then there were American children. This may be the part Europeans find hardest to imagine. After school, children went outside. They rode bicycles, played tag, climbed trees, jumped rope, played baseball in empty lots, ran through neighborhoods until someone called them home for dinner. There were no smartphones waiting in their pockets, no endless social media feed, no video game console competing for every spare minute. Boredom wasn't something to escape. Boredom was the beginning of adventure. A child could disappear outside for hours and come home exhausted, dirty, hungry, and happy. And then came dinner. The family sat around the same table. The meal had a beginning, a middle, and an end. There was a main dish, a vegetable, a starch, maybe dessert. And when it was finished, it was finished. A family eating dinner at 6 and breakfast the next morning at 7 could go roughly 13 hours without food. Nobody called it intermittent fasting. Nobody sold a program for it. The kitchen was simply closed. Then came bedtime, and this might be the most beautiful difference of all. The house became quiet. There were no phones glowing beside the pillow, no endless streaming, no notifications, no algorithm begging for another hour of attention. The television eventually went off. The lights went out, and people slept. Not because a wellness expert told them to, because the day was over. When Europeans look at this old America, they may expect to find some secret diet, some forgotten 1950s exercise routine. But there wasn't one. The secret was much simpler. The entire environment encouraged movement and moderation. Small plates, simple meals, fewer snacks, less liquid sugar, more walking, more physical work, more outdoor play, family dinners, earlier nights, and fewer opportunities to eat, sit, scroll, and consume endlessly. But we should be careful with nostalgia. The 1950s were not paradise. Smoking was widespread. Medicine was less advanced. Mental health was poorly understood. Racial segregation denied millions of Americans the comfortable life shown in nostalgic photographs, and women had far fewer choices than they have today. We don't need to romanticize the era. We only need to recognize what it accidentally got right. Because perhaps the biggest lesson isn't that Americans should return to 1953. We can't, and we shouldn't. The lesson is that technology solved many problems while quietly creating new ones. The washing machine saved hours of labor. The car saved miles of walking. The refrigerator made food available all the clock. Fast food made meals effortless. Phones made entertainment available everywhere, and delivery made it possible to get almost anything without leaving the couch. Each invention made life easier, but together, they removed movement, boundaries, friction, and rest from everyday life. And maybe that's why this old footage feels so strange to Europeans. Because they're not watching people trying to be healthy, they're watching people simply living. A man walking home from work, a mother hanging laundry in the backyard, children racing bicycles down the street, a family sitting around a dinner table, a house going quiet at night. No fitness program, no wellness subscription, no perfect diet, just an ordinary American Tuesday. And perhaps that is the most surprising lesson of all. Sometimes the healthiest life isn't the one where you try hardest to be healthy. It's the one where healthy choices are simply built into the way you live. And maybe that's something modern America and the rest of us could learn to rebuild.